Hi, Tony again. Me and Tom had ribs tonight and macaroni salad. It was great. He ate very well. Really didn't do too much today. Um, I did make some homemade butter, which was great. I love making homemade butter. I also made homemade applesauce, which Tom loves a lot. I'm really trying to struggle to tell you what we did today because we really didn't do a whole lot. We did have a nice conversation tonight, and I was talking to Tom, and we were like going through the different type of things that that you say and what you go through, as far as what happens if he gets really sick on the chemo, if he gets really sick from the radiation, what is his options, which we can ask on Tuesday, and I'll have a whole lot of information this coming Tuesday. Right now, it's Saturday night. I got my dishes done. He's went home to relax in his chair. I'm relaxing. I'm posting for the vlog. As getting back to the conversation that we had. The conversation that we had is, what happens if he gets really sick? What would he do? He asked me, he said, well, I mean, like I said, I'm no expert on any of this. I have no idea what's going on. And again, we'll know more on Tuesday. But he did ask, what happens if it does make me sick? What if I don't want to continue with it? He said, I'm not afraid of death. He says, but I don't want to live the rest of my life being sick. And so I told him that we can discuss that with Catherine when we go to talk to her on Tuesday in Peoria and see what our options are. And I know at any time that he can pull out of treatment and just say, that's it, I'm done. Which that's his choice. Everybody in life has a choice. If he decides that he's done with the chemo, he's done with radiation, and he wants to live his life the way he wants to, his last final days, being happy, not having to be sick all the time. And I said, then that's up to you. This is your life. This is your choice. I can't tell you what to do. I can't choose for you. So with that conversation that we had tonight, he seems like he's still in a positive attitude, but we haven't started the chemo yet. We haven't started the radiation. It seems like it's been weeks since we found out that he had stage 3 cancer. I mean, we knew that he had a tumor. We didn't know it was cancerous, but until after they took the biopsies. So we've been kind of dealing with that until they told us that it was cancer. And then once they said it was cancer, I think I took it the hardest. I was pretty like upset, and he was pretty calm about it. I didn't realize that he would be so calm about it. I think personally, if it had been me, I wouldn't have been so calm about everything. I would have just I probably would have started crying. I mean, and that's actually, I assume, everybody's first reaction. If somebody tells you you have cancer, you're going to be hurt and upset and cry. But he didn't. He was like, okay, well, we're just going to have to do this. And I said, fine with me. Whatever you choose is up to you. I can't tell you what to do. I can only be there for you. And that's what I plan to do. If he decides to quit chemo, if he decides to quit radiation and wants to, live the next 6 months doing whatever he wants to do, whatever makes him happy. It's not about, how does that saying go? It's not about the quantity of life, it's about the quality of life. And I do feel that way. If you're unhappy doing something that's making you sick and not making you feel good and you just don't want to go on, then stop. Just stop it. When my dad had his chemo, he had it up in Iowa City. And the first chemo that they gave him made him really, really sick. And the doctor said, look, your body can't survive another chemo treatment. In other words, they told him that he was done and that he, live, enjoy this Christmas. This was in October. And because you probably won't live to see another one. That kind of doctor, I actually really praised him for being so open and so honest. That's what we want. We want a doctor that's going to be honest with us. Somebody that's going to tell us, look, this is how it is. These are your choices. Choose whatever you need to do. We don't want a doctor that's going to sugarcoat anything. If I had cancer, I would want somebody to be honest with me, straightforward. Give me my options. Let me choose what I want to do. If it made me sick, I'd try it for a little longer. But then if I continued, my quality of life was not good, I would probably quit. But I can't say that for sure because I'm not in that situation right now. I give Tom a lot of kudos for being as strong as he is. I don't know whether he's just being strong in front of me or if that's just who he is. But he did tell me tonight that he wasn't afraid to die. And I said, I'm not afraid to die either. When I watched my mom pass away, I was in the room. It was the most beautiful thing when she died. And I know that probably sounds horrible, but it was. I mean, the last 2 breaths she took and all the pain she had been in for weeks before that, it was like little tiny angel breaths coming out of her. And to me, it was the most beautiful sound that I ever heard. So in that, I'm not afraid to die either. I'm ready for whenever God wants to take me. I will continue to be there for everyone as far as helping them. Again, I have a huge community of support. My friends, my family. I need that. I want it to continue. Cheryl Bruce, she's one of a kind. She had breast cancer 7.5 years ago. She survived. She is like how can you explain it? She's a walking miracle. She is the strongest person that I know. She gave it all to God when they told her that she had breast cancer. She gave everything to God and said, you take care of it. I can't put my family through all this being upset and them crying. I have to just continue to survive. And with your help and your guidance, God helped her survive. She made it 7.5 years. She's still going strong. She's a real good friend of mine. She's always had my back. She was always there for me when I needed her the most. And always there when I didn't expect her to be there. And she's full of surprises. She's like the best friend. And she is a true friend that I've ever had. So, again, when you go through a journey like this, you have to have people in your corner. And I will be there for Tom, whatever he decides to do. And like I said, I'm not going to know a whole lot more, but I do want to vlog every day, tell you what I've done today, tell you what we've had for dinner, the laughs that we laughed about. I have a problem with saying some words. They don't sound right. And we laugh and laugh and laugh until we cry. It's just too funny. So with that, I'm going to let you go. And I'm going to say goodbye until we see you again tomorrow. Good night.